In this next set of analyses, we will compare Ashley's attic and Kadens' closet on two common ratios related to profitability: return on total assets and return on common equity. So as we're preparing these ratios, two things to think about. The first is which company is using its assets more efficiently to generate returns for shareholders. The second question is which company is using its common stockholders' equity more efficiently to generate earnings for common shareholders. So now we'll transition to our spreadsheet to do some of the calculations. So keep in mind, these are the ratios we're trying to calculate. So we're going to try to calculate return on total assets. So here, this is going to be net income minus preferred dividends. These businesses don't have any preferred dividends, so it's just going to be net income divided by average total assets. So for Ashley's attic, let's take net income and then divide it by average total assets. So their return on total assets looks like is 9.56%. And then for Kadens' closet, we will do the same calculation. So we have net income, 50,302, divided by average total assets. So we see here that Kadens' closet has a 9.21% return on total assets. So return on common equity. This is going to be net income minus preferred dividends divided by average common shareholders' equity. So neither company has any preferred dividends. So we can just start with net income for Ashley's attic and divide it by average total equity. So equity here, we're going to have to take the sum of these items. So it's kind of two formulas in here. So for Ashley's attic, this looks like it's about 13.27%. And for Kadens' closet, we will do something similar. Net income divided by average equity. So we will take the average and we have to sum two numbers. We will have to sum these three numbers and sum these three numbers. So it looks like Kadens' closet has a return on common equity of about 14.6%. So we will shade these to flag that these are the next set of calculations. So let's return to the slides. So we can see here a pretty similar calculation. So two things to think about: which company is using its assets more efficiently to generate earnings for common shareholders. So in terms of return on assets, it looks like Ashley's attic has higher return on assets. And for the second question, which company is using its equity more efficiently to generate earnings? So it looks like Kadens' closet has higher return on common equity, 14.6% versus 13.3%. So that's pretty interesting, right? So each firm is better on one dimension. So it'll depend on which metric you prioritize. So in the next set of analyses, we're going to try to look at some ratios that help us identify why return on total assets or return on common equity are what they are. In other words, we are going to try to study the drivers of these outcomes.